Jack Smith.
Apes. My dear apes. Apes. It's going to goddamn hell in a goddamn handbasket. Oh my god. The deep state is real, people. I cannot believe what the hell is happening here. It is totally cray cray. President Obama is, I mean, it will never be written into the annals of history, because the annals of history are controlled by the people who love anal sex. No, the liberals will never put this into the annals of history. But the fucking wiretaps on Trump are real. Obama, or the government under Obama, let's pretend he's completely innocent, okay? We'll say it was Loretta Lynch, who is, I mean, she proved herself to be absolutely evil when she went in front of Congress and they were asking her, if something was illegal, and she refused to say whether something was illegal or not, because it's all a gray area to these people. And now I see why Loretta Lynch was saying this to Congress, because she probably figured she'd be going up in front of them again, and she'd have to explain these Trump wiretaps. I mean, she saw the writing on the wall with the, let's see, who was it? The NSA, who hacked the emails of all the reporters in the AP. Department of Homeland Security, who hacked the Georgia state government in the middle of the election. She saw that it was likely that it would eventually come out, what she had done with Trump. This is unfucking believable. It's so much bigger than Watergate. It's so much fucking bigger than Watergate. It's like Watergate was, really bad and everything, but Nixon's sending a bunch of his fucking personal flunkies, Liddy and whoever, to do that thing, is one thing. But employing, I mean, Jesus Christ, under Obama, the IRS was employed to attack who he perceived as his political enemies. And so the IRS, the NSA, Department of Homeland Security, and I mean the fucking State Department, used as a money laundering operation for the Clintons' personal wealth. It's just beyond comprehension. These are bad people. And the people who support these people, I mean, yes, I understand you hate the Republicans. The Republicans are the bad guys. The Republicans are jerks. They're mean. They're rednecks. They're like religious hypocrites. All those things, yes, I will give you that. But they are not as bad as the deep state. The deep state, it is them against us. And you supporting the deep state through your ignorance, your partisanship, I mean, I understand, you're gay. You cannot support the Democrats, but you have to acknowledge how bad they are. They have no concern. I mean, even if you skip over the massive hypocrisy of all their fucking policies, which pretend to uh, help and protect the poor, while at the same time generating as many poor people and extending their voter base as much as possible. This kind of shit is so unethical. It's just crazy. And I know unethical is a big word, and it's so much easier just to say, you know, Sessions had dinner with Russians or something, just like every other fucking congressperson. Um, it's so easy to just say words and ignore this shit and move on. But this is not a distraction. This is like really, really, really bad shit. This makes our government no better than the government of fucking Italy, Jesus Christ. I mean, I can't even believe what the fuck is going on. So, yeah, deep state, real. If anything comes of this, it'll be a miracle, because there have been so many bad things under Obama that just evaporated. I mean, Jesus Christ. Hacking the Georgia state government, hacking the government of a state, the federal government hacking a state government during an election. Like, do we understand how fucked up that is? And wiretapping, first of all, some fucking judge had to issue the warrant for this wiretap. And apparently, I mean, I read a little bit about the FISA wiretaps, and 99% of all those warrants are issued. They not like they don't even check, because this particular warrant for Trump Tower was actually rejected one time. Like an office that issues warrants to 99% of all requests actually thought this Trump thing was so blatantly wrong that they rejected it. They actually rejected it, like in the 1% of warrants that are rejected. That's how bad this was. But then it was accepted later on, and ran open-ended from, I forget when the fuck it was first issued, maybe like June or something, and then it was open-ended, so there was no window of time. It ran all the way up until the night before the fucking election. They were trying to get shit on Trump with the Russians, and they got nothing. They got nothing. I mean, this is after, like, Hillary sold the Russians, like, squillion tons of uranium, all kinds of shit. And they couldn't get one damn thing on the Orange Man. And even because if they did, Hillary would be president now, because they'd release it and they'd hammer it home. But they've been hammering home this false narrative about Trump and the Russians because they were so sure they were going to get something, and they never got it, that they had to run with it. They had to run with it, and I'm sure they were they are still, even though the wiretap isn't going on, they are still desperately trying to get something that will support this fallacy that they're putting out there. And the mainstream media, New York Times, HuffPo, retards of that ilk, and every retard I pass on the street, robotically repeating, yes, the Russians, where there's smoke, there's fire. Where there's smoke, there's fire. You fucking retards. You are so fucking stupid. It just blows my mind. Jack Smith's mind is blown. All right, I gotta eat some breakfast. For breakfast today, I made an amazing mulligatawny soup. Goddamn good. And the key is, don't fuck it up with cabbage. All right? So I'm gonna have some mulligatawny soup. You fucking apes and your fucking ape world. I will just leave saying all politicians, I mean, we must all become machines or perish. But first, even before we get ourselves able to accept and integrate some form of enhanced intelligence in our fucking stupid ape brains, we have to replace every politician with a goddamn machine. First come the politicians, then come the lawyers. I was saying judges for a while, but I'll stay open on that issue. All right, you fucking apes, go fuck yourselves.
Jack Smith.